Your two favorite YouTube channels are combining. Let's dive in. Hey, super friends, Jake here with the Brave and the Boys, and we have a super exciting announcement courtesy of us and our friends over at the Organic Price Books. So as you guys know, Organic Price Books is the channel sponsor, but we're going to be commingling and increasing our partnership to a bigger and better degree than ever. So I and Jordan are going to take over a lot of the social media responsibilities, such as Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. And we're going to start pumping out a lot more first look and overviews to kind of take some of the burden off of David, because he's super busy and he's got a lot of stuff going on. So they are going to supply more books for the channel, which means we can bring you bigger and better content than ever. And all that we ask is go over to Organic Price Books channel for some of our individual overviews, because those sometimes do well on our channel, sometimes don't do that well, but we're going to bring you as many first looks for as many amazing omnis as we can, and this partnership should be amazing for the community and hopefully amazing for both of us. But let's jump into this haul that they sent us courtesy of Organic Price Books. So up first, we have the Uncanny X-Men Volume 2. Now, I got a confession to make. This was the first X-Men book I ever read. I haven't obviously finished it. I've read the first few issues, and honestly, Volume 2 kind of just throws you in there. So this was created by Chris Claremont, and it has art by John Burns and many others. And this is like probably the best X-Men omnibus that exists. So this is going to have the Dark Phoenix saga. This is going to have the Days of Futures Past, and just awesome climactic moments. So I do need to get Volume 1. There was a time I had a lot of X-Men Omnis, and I did sell them for my wedding, but you know what? My wife is better than X-Men Omnis. So I do need to start, building this collection up, but at least I got Volume 2, which is what you all voted for in the reprint poll. So you all made this happen. Moving on from that is another X-Men. So I went from having no X-Men books to having 2 X-Men books. This is the Dazzler Omnibus. Dazzler is a character I never heard of. She was going to be like Disco Queen or Disco Girl. She was in partnership between Marvel and Universal Music, and they wanted to create like a music tie-in superhero, and then she just kind of grew into a life of her own and became an amazing X-Men that has partnerships with the Avengers. She fights the Hulk, she teams up with Spider-Man, and an amazing character that, she's like, I got superpowers, but that doesn't mean I want to be a superhero. Maybe I just want to be a musician and a musical artist. And you know what? I think that's pretty rad. So people have long been asking for this Omni, and I'm going to dive in with both feet. Now, I know what you're saying. This next book, why did Jake get a black and white book? But you know what? It's for Jordan. So we got Savage Sword of Conan, which apparently there's 2 lines of Conan books now that Titan has the license. There's the OG Conan in color, but those are kind of like the kiddie ones, the ones that are a little safer. And then Savage Sword is the one that's more adult, has a bit more violence, a bit more sexually clad women. So you know what? Good for Jordan. He likes his black and white books that are for adult, and God bless him. But you know what? I gotta get that colored Conan because I don't like black and white books. Now, moving on from that, we got Hellblazer. This is like brand new. This just came out. We're super excited. I've read the first arc already. This is the Jamie Delano Hellblazer that spins out of the Swamp Thing stuff, and it is incredible. I just have to say, John Constantine is... I'm not even gonna say it because I don't want YouTube to get in trouble, but he's a B word. He's scum, he's grimy, and this is the Hellblazer series. This is what started it all. So I am super excited to dive in. Constantine is just a grimy dude. The first arc, he has to battle against a hunger demon, and he's like haunted by ghosts, metaphorical and physical, and he is just a son of a bitch. So then we move on to Radiant Black. Radiant Black is like, let's take the best parts of Spider-Man, the best parts of Invincible, the best parts of Power Rangers, and Kyle Higgins just created a masterpiece. It's somehow everything I love about the Invincible superhero story, but also super real world. Like the first issue where he's getting denied for a bank loan just hit super close to home because, yeah, doing a YouTube channel for Omnis is expensive. But it was like they have incredible human moments. It's about a struggling writer who becomes a superhero and then becomes this intergalactic story. And like there's just like small moments where he helps a car with a flat tire, and then there's intergalactic space battles. So it's everything you want out of it. And then moving on to that, we got some Batman because, if you can see my shirt, I love Batman. So we got Batman the Cult Deluxe Edition from Jim Starlin. And this is supposed to be the best Jason Todd story ever. So it is like up there with Killing Joke and all those classic Batman stories. But it has never been in print since I've been a Batman fan. So I'm so excited to have the deluxe edition. It's 4 issues. and I guess Batman gets kidnapped and spends a lot of the time, manipulated by Deacon Blackfire. But I'm excited to see this rad Batman book and the best Jason Todd book. And then last and not least is the All-Star Batman, not to be confused with All-Star Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder. Very different books, very different quality of books by Scott Snyder. Now, I read this and I loved the first arc. It was like a road trip between Batman and Two-Face, but he kept switching between Harvey and Two-Face. And what I love about this book is it's like Scott Snyder got to play and do all the Batman stories that they didn't want in the mainline Batman title. And he gets to play with a ton of artists, some that Jordan doesn't love, like John Romita Jr., but then other artists that I feel like is also my friend, like Declan Shelvey and Jock. So incredible art on this book, and it is an awesome deluxe edition. So I am so happy to have all of these books. Now, I think what we'll do is we'll keep the DC books overviews on our channel because that's what you guys all love. But if you want to see overviews for Radiant Black or Dazzler or Uncanny X-Men, those first looks, those will be over on the Organic Price Books channel. And we just hope to grow this partnership and help comic book YouTube and the online community in the best videos we can make for you all. So thank you all so much for watching. Keep reading and stay brave.